Hey, Sagittarius, intuitive soul coach here with your November 2023 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you are new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below your reading. All right, welcome, Sag. You have teamwork, soul tribe, and you also have signs and symbols showing up. So it does look like a primary theme and focus in your energy in the month of November here is on collaboration, teamwork, family, friends, soul tribe. This is about co-creating as well, coexisting. With the signs and symbols showing up here, you may receive a lot of synchronicities, a lot of spirit communication, because Scorpio season can be quite deep. It can be very mystical. It can be the perfect month for us to really dive into, a spiritual study, maybe read tarot more, or dive into learning about your own spirituality. So I love that the signs and symbols card is showing up. So pay attention to your dreams. They may be heightened. You may receive a lot of information and even messages from departed loved ones through your dream state. This would be a really great month to practice a new technique such as meditation, maybe yoga, for you to focus on being more present. Now, you could be noticing number synchronicities. You may be seeing coins, feathers. A lot is coming through this month for you. So pay attention, because you're being guided at this time to invite in your soul tribe, or maybe to work in a team situation, or maybe to break away from a team in order to go in search of your soul tribe. I'm getting that for some of you, but you do have this emphasis on help, on support. And your final card here, you actually have the leg up card. So whether you are the one that's helping others out, you may be creating some sort of a tribe, a family connection, or a group. But because you have this showing up, and it's almost a doubling up of energy, I feel for some of you, this could be the work, this could be the time I was going to say, but this could be your work, right? Your work, your career. It could be part of your life's work as well, is to bring something together. Maybe you've always wanted to open a wellness retreat. Maybe you've wanted to go online and build that community. Maybe you've wanted to work for a company that really values who you are, and all of you, right? The spiritual side of yourself as well. You could also invite new clients, new coworkers, new friends. I'm also getting here Friendsgiving. So some of you could even be having Thanksgiving, if you celebrate that, with your friends. You could be inviting new people to sit around your table, so to speak, whether this is a new friend group or something new that you're diving into. But it's all about connection, Sagittarius. And if you felt like you've been on your own for quite some time, I certainly sense that this is the month to open up to new organizations, a new team player type of energy, and to help others. I also get resourcefulness showing up here. So you have helping hand, which is interesting because there's one of the synchronicities that the signs and symbols brings. You have helping hand, and then you also have a leg up. So there could be something with extremities this month, maybe your hands and your legs. For others of you, maybe you're walking more. This could benefit you. Maybe you're actually shaking hands with someone. I feel like there is some sort of handshake. Maybe this is a contract. Maybe it's symbolic by a handshake here. Maybe you get to know someone new. Now, what you don't see coming is you're letting go of something. You're letting go of maybe an old lifestyle. This could be an old belief that you have around people, around independence, around community or support. This could be liberating yourself, gaining closure that you need. Some of you have cycled through a specific friends group, or you are walking away maybe from a community at work or an establishment that you were once a part of. Maybe it's even a partnership. Sagittarius, this is about growth. You've learned a lot of very valuable lessons and you are ready to move on to the next chapter of your life. You're ready to close this story or this part of your life in order to have this new beginning that, 2024 is going to bring. Sagittarian season is going to bring. And your season actually starts off on the 23rd of November. So this is a really wonderful time to use this month's energy to tie up some loose ends. So when your season rolls around, you feel more invigorated. You feel more rejuvenation here. There's closure. There's some sort of ascension, life lessons that you've learned, and there is a goodbye, possibly for you to move more with the flow. Okay, because there is goodbyes here as well, liberating yourself. This could be hard. Some of you could even be retiring and maybe you're leaving the corporate world or you're leaving, family. There's something here about completing a cycle. And I don't see the world showing up in your reading, but I feel like you've completed a cycle with a specific maybe group of people. Okay, and you're moving on to a new energy, a new shift. Now you have the Eight of Wands and the Death card showing up right away in your reading. And the Death card says, release the past. There is a more enriching future coming. Yeah, that's part of what Spirit is saying. Pay attention because the signs and symbols, they're all pointing you in the right direction because, Sag, you are on the right path. So if you are receiving divine guidance, right, through your soul tribe, which can include your spiritual team as well. Spiritual team, your ancestors, loved ones who crossed over. This is also about people who have your back in this lifetime on this earthly plane, whether they are blood related or not. There are people that want to support you. Even if you haven't met them yet, you are opening up to new relationships, new friendships, new partnerships. I like this for you. It's been a long time coming. And for some of you, you've been wanting to connect with your soul tribe or your people. But I feel like that's happening here. I feel like you are letting go of something in the past that may have been interrupting your peace and you're coming through a portal, so to speak. Because the Eight of Gabrielle can be a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, like we said here. And look at that. You actually have... in the signs and symbols card, look at all those feathers. And then in the Eight of Wands, Eight of Gabrielle here, look at, you have all different types of birds and creatures. So something may be taking flight as well. So there could be travel involved. Some of you could be traveling this month to be near your family, to be near your tribe, or you could be traveling for work and there may be a team project, or maybe you are being a team player in a situation. But there is important communication coming in here. And I feel with the Death card presenting itself, this is a time of an ending. You're going through a transitional period of your life at this time, Sag. Don't resist this beautiful change that is entering into your world. Like it says, there's a more enriching future coming in. And as Wayne Dyer always says, let go and let God. And that's going to allow you to let things flow. Literally, it's, you have the letting go card and then you have let go and let God, because that again is going to allow things to kind of come towards you in maybe ways that you weren't seeing manifesting quickly in the past. Now, what we have next is two major arcanas. You have the Hierophant and the Chariot. This is big. This is you searching for the meaning, right? This happens a lot around our birthdays. We really start to evaluate how far we've come. We evaluate the relationships that we're in, the jobs that we are doing, the type of person that we have become. We really take deep inventory. And for some of you, you've really been considering an alternative approach to an area of your life that maybe has felt a little bit stuck at times. This is about you surrounding yourself with wise teachers and friends. And that's why you have soul tribe and teamwork. I mean, this soul tribe could be someone on maybe the YouTube community. We have our intuitive soul tribe is what I call all of you, right? So maybe you are joining forces with the people that really resonate with you, uplift you, and inspire you. So you're definitely surrounding yourself with those wise people this month. Because you are wise in yourself. You are a teacher within yourself. Remember, what you see in others is certainly can be a reflection of what you see within yourself. And you have the Chariot. So a lot of you are moving forward. Your determination and self-control is actually going to allow you to be a big player in your own life. Whether this is your career, it can be career advancement, taking it to the next level, because some of you have graduated in a sense. Some of you Sagittarians are wise teachers. You may be training others. This could be your team here or your tribe that, again, you're building. This is acknowledgement of success by others. So other people are acknowledging your divine guidance that maybe you put out into the world. I really love this combination here, and I feel like you're moving forward on your divine purpose, whatever that may be, whatever the calling is for you, because you have been going through this spiritual transition here, and now November is the month where things really speed up. There's a lot of activity here for you. It may just be some new inspirational momentum, new creative endeavors. It could be a new routine that takes place and takes precedence in your life. It could be something that was on the back burner. You bump it up to the front burner, right? There's something cooking here, and I feel like it smells real good in your life, and it's something that's going to bring you double success. Look at this. You have two kings that came out together. Whoo, this is power, right? This is power, empowerment. This is about, King of Wands and King of Pentacles. And as I said that, it really illuminated that sun, that light here. So I feel like there could be a very powerful partnership. It could be action, because kings can be that action, that masculine energy. And you're someone who's very inspirational, very driven, generous with your time, your energy. You can be dramatic at times with the King of Wands, but I feel like it's not a bad thing. It's you want to put an emphasis on something because it means that you're passionate about it, right? The King of Pentacles is very successful. This could be you embracing both of these qualities, Sag. Even though you're the King of Wands energy here, you could be really successful by being driven about what you're passionate about at this time, because you will achieve this level of success, stability, and accomplishment. And it actually has the word powerful on it. So something that you are driven to take action on. It says, keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success, because you have this genuine concern or genuine passion for maybe helping the planet, helping uplift the vibration, helping others, being of service, something of that nature for some of you. Now, with this King of Pentacles, it says your plans are working out very well, Sagittarius. There could be professional and financial success available, so use those resources wisely. So many times we think of money or currency as resources, but we have so many different forms of resources that we can tap into, knowledge and time and, energy and support and help. And look at that. That sun is just booming in here for you. So I feel like you're going to see things clearly. The signs are all pointing in a direction towards your highest good, towards some sort of success and stability and inspiration. So whatever you are being guided to work with or to let go of, trust that energy here, because you will have this sense of accomplishment. A lot of you have already accomplished a lot. So if you're in this double king energy, you've already done many, many, many different things, but you're in the throes of some sort of new beginning is what I'm getting from some hard work that you've had to go through. And, king status, it doesn't get there overnight. So when you have these kings show up in your life, this is that big boss energy, focusing on your success, focusing on working your way, to the top. And a lot of you, here you are at the top, and you can let go of maybe the fears around money or stability. Maybe this has to do with some of you, it's travel. Maybe you want to help other people out. You could be in the hospitality industry. Maybe you are in some sort of sales where you connect with people on a global level. For others of you, you are entrepreneurs, or maybe you're looking to leave the corporate world and do your own thing here because you have the skills to do so. You absolutely have the skills to do so. Next up, you have the Seven of Cups with the Four of Swords. So some of you, maybe you've been a little bit overthinking because there is a lot of major arcana here. Your final outcome is also a major arcana. So perhaps you need to get clear on what it is that you want and make the decision to do so. Because it says, be clear on what you want so you can take action. You need to make the decision, the step forward to do so. Maybe going from one thing into another is what you're being called to do. Or for some of you, I mean, this could be a relationship between two masculine energies, two people who are very driven to build up their success, their career, their stability. And maybe this relationship has transformed into something that it has the ability to move forward and it's divinely guided here. Okay, I like this showing up, but the Four of Swords does say that there's some sort of need for detoxification. That's why you have the letting go card here of what you don't see. So something is being released from your life and it may show up unexpectedly. It could be some paid time off or just you taking a little bit of downtime. Insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off. This is all about seeking relief from stress. So for those of you Sagittarians who felt a little bit stressed out lately in the throes of a lot of activity or maybe too much communication or too much movement, or maybe not enough, depending on where you are on that spectrum, on that scale, I feel like more peace is coming into your world here because you're being divinely guided to step up, take action in a direction that feels more tranquil, okay? A direction that feels more like you're able to rest instead of feeling like you have to maybe be producing results at all times in the physical. And even when we are resting, we still are able to produce results because that is part of it, right? It's part of the process of growth is knowing when we must sleep, just like at night. We wouldn't be able to run off of no sleep. I mean, some people do, but they're not able to show up at 100%. So there is something here with you being able to maybe get a little bit more sleep because things have been a little bit chaotic for you. This could be sleep remedies. Some of you are finding alternative ways to maybe rest. And that could be why you are looking for teamwork. There is no I in team. So some of you could be looking out alternative resources, alternative remedies or therapies to help you heal from something. And you could be narrowing down a physical ailment that maybe other people haven't been able to, or you yourself haven't been able to pinpoint. I do see that that's coming to the forefront here. Okay, your final outcome is the Empress. I mean, beautiful. Not only do you have the Death, you have the Hierophant, the Chariot, the Empress. So it's a big month for you, Sagittarius. Did I call you Scorpio? Maybe we're in Scorpio season. But the Empress is saying here, it's time to act upon those plans that you've created, that you've implemented in a way, and that you've been thinking about for quite some time while you were in this transformational period. Because there's big communication coming in here that's actually going to allow you and offer you this opportunity to let go of some of those fears in the past. It says creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources available. Thank you, Spirit. I'm hearing the name Stephanie, or maybe it's Stefani. Okay, Stephanie, please take that as it resonates. But you're definitely heading towards a lot more abundance, Sagittarius. This is really beautiful. So I feel for a lot of you, yes, you've had to go through some things, even though we don't even see any bad or negative cards here, or, you know, the lower polarity of the card even. Nothing stands out to me in a really big way besides maybe just overworking at times and needing to make or wanting to spend more time with family, friends, or people that you love, that you care about, wanting to build a more group dynamic or energy. But the Empress is your final outcome, is saying you're open. You are open to nurturing and fostering those relationships and those things that are in your highest good. So act upon those plans, act upon, the intuitive hits and what you're being called to do at this time. If you are being called to be creative, it's going to pay off, Sag. I also get with this Empress energy, someone could be getting pregnant. Okay. Maybe that's been something you've been praying for here, or maybe you hear of news again, because you do have the bear, a leg up. So maybe you become a grandparent as well. Someone could be having a baby. Now, when it comes to finances, career, and wealth, I mean, there's some stuff going on. I mean, you have the Moon card, so there may have been fleeting funds. Maybe you just weren't sure what the path forward was going to lead to. There could have been some ups and downs, maybe unemployment, job loss, maybe just change of heart. Maybe you weren't quite sure if you wanted to work with a team, work on your own, right? Just a little bit of back and forth, oscillating between, one path and another. But I feel here that you're going to receive signs and symbols that put you more on that clear path, because you're being divinely guided. Even though it may feel like things at times are spiraling, they're actually spiraling here in an upward trend. This is about climbing the ladder, maybe even revisiting a job, maybe going back and finishing up a creative idea, or again, something that may have been on the back burner, you're putting on the front burner. Maybe you've always wanted to go back to school, but you raised kids, and now you could have kids that are going to school themselves, or maybe they're leaving the home, and now you have a little more time to pursue your dreams or your passions. For others of you, this could even be an old team that you used to work with, maybe offering you another chance, or maybe there's an opening there. For others of you, again, you're leaving the corporate world and maybe going off on your own, building up your own business, but you have the pendulum. So again, oscillating back and forth. That's what the pendulum does. And you may even be using a pendulum or asking questions yourself. Fluctuating income could be a factor. Maybe you felt indecisive, and you're coming up with new strategies in your season here, even though it's Scorpio season. I feel like there's going to be some sort of inner truth that's coming out here in the coming weeks that may have been initiated by the eclipse season. And this is about a job change, possibly leaving something and going towards a new direction, but you're going to make a choice. Now, it could be seasonal. It could be during a season equinox or a change here, a change in season, or maybe you just want a change of scenery. Now, you do have the Mask card. I feel more of the higher polarity of the Mask. I mean, yes, some of you may have gone through a situation where there was theft, or maybe someone sold your ideas, or maybe they weren't listening to your ideas here, or weren't listening or being a good team player. But I feel like that's shifting here. I mean, some of you could be wonderful actors. The King of Wands, he definitely can be a great actor, very dramatic and driven by his passions, by his goals. I'm also getting strong Leo energy for some of you. That could be your moon or even your rising. Or maybe during that Lionsgate portal, there was a shift that occurred. But this is about assistance. It's about hidden potential and being able to embrace the unknown with an authenticity about you. So it's about being vulnerable when this moon shows up here, and diving in and, again, trusting your intuition and your divine to lead you forward. All masks off in a sense. Some of you are being called to be vulnerable at this time, and maybe put yourself out there in ways that you haven't done before, or maybe that have been a little difficult for you to do. All right, Sag, we do have the job loss, or termination of employment. I'm also getting here, yes, retirement. So some of you are giving a 2 weeks notice. For others of you, you are terminating some sort of contract. If you are a boss, you could be the one that is terminating someone else's contract. There could be a client that you no longer, resonate or want to work with. They may be terminating the contract, or you may be. But because this is happening here, I actually feel it's going to bring you more abundance. So some of you could be leaving for maybe a higher paying position. Some of you could be, sparing mental health. I do feel that you just want a little bit more time to not overthink. You carry a lot of responsibility. Some of you felt micromanaged. That's why you left a position here. This could also be you scrutinizing and micromanaging your own work. How is that possible? Well, we become perfectionists at times, and you go through things, and sometimes we don't put out our work into, the public or into the universe, because we scrutinize it. And because we scrutinize so much of it, we realize that, or we say to ourselves, not realize, but we say to ourselves, that's not good enough. I'm just gonna, you've seen in the movies where someone's writing a whole story and then they print it off and then boom, they crinkle it up and throw it in the garbage. So some of you are second guessing your work, and Spirit doesn't want you to do that. That may be what it's important for you to kind of let go of at this time. Or if other people are second guessing you, let go of that. You don't need any of that where you're going. Now you have pay bills. Okay, we all have to pay bills. Welcome to Earth, right? So I do feel at this time, you may be looking at your budget. You may be looking at, where you are spending your money, where you can save. Some of you are moving some accounts around, maybe even saving for a child. You have growth here. This could be a college fund. It may be college loans or school loans. Some of you are paying a bill towards maybe a child's car, a child's phone, child's insurance, something of that nature. You may be setting a healthy boundary here, or you may be telling a child that they need to get a job and help pay some sort of bills as well. Okay. This could be college fund. If I didn't mention that, maybe I did. Or maybe you yourself are taking some classes, maybe even spending a little bit of your own money to move forward here and grow your business, grow your education, grow your reputation, whatever it is here. Growth is available, and it's actually leading you right towards, a new direction. Chariot energy. Some of you could buy a new car. Maybe you're taking a road trip. Maybe you drive Uber, FedEx, UPS, Amazon. Okay, I get something here with maybe travel or airline industry. I just heard Delta. Okay, maybe some of you are flying Delta. Maybe you're on a Delta airline as we speak. But you're in the right direction. You're moving in the right direction here. So trust that. Don't second guess that this is not the direction you're supposed to be going on, because it is. Okay, you have this compass, this internal navigational system. Let that guide you, and let go of any fears of the unknown. Now, when it comes to love, Sagittarius, some of you, you could be married, or maybe you've gone through a divorce. I just heard 3. Some of you have been married or divorced 3 times. Okay, maybe you've had 3 situations that have involved marriage. Okay, maybe this is about someone else's marriage, maybe your marriage, and maybe, maybe it's 3 of you. 3 of you could be going on vacation together as well, 3 couples. But I also get that it's important to spend time with your friends, right? You have friends showing up again. So definitely a super high emphasis on friends, family, community, soul tribe, all of that here, Sagittarius, in the month of November. You could even be attending a wedding that one of your friends is having or preparing. Maybe they've asked you to be a part of their wedding. I also get, if you are in a marriage, teamwork is important here. Okay, there is no I in team. You're not two ships passing in the night. At least you don't want to be. That's not what we want to be in our relationship. So if that is the case, you may be following some signs and symbols to let something go, whether it's letting a relationship go or letting the old or the past behind you. Maybe letting your friends or helpful people guide you in a new direction. You also have past life relationship. You've known each other before. If there is someone in your life that maybe you just have a really difficult time maybe cutting out, maybe you've wanted to, right? Let go, closure. It's because you've known this person before. This could be a karmic cycle, karmic lesson, or a karmic pattern that you are meant to break this time around. All right, Sagittarius, what else do we have? We have the empty well. Okay, empty well, time to replenish. And I think I'm going to read this one from the guidebook, but it's definitely time for you to replenish because your reservoir has run dry in a sense. And that may be why you have this help, this support, this spiritual support, excuse me, some sort of resources here, team projects. It's okay to, for some of you, there's an important message. It's okay for you to receive a helping hand. Now, some of you, maybe you don't want to be looked at as maybe having a handout, or maybe you don't want to receive help because then you would have to admit that you needed it. And for some of you, that can be, very stubborn. It can be an act of stubbornness, which we all can be stubborn. But I feel like there's something that you are being asked to receive, right? Ask and you shall receive. And the Empress is very abundant. The universe wants you to be abundant and receive some sort of help here, whatever shape, size, form that shows up in. It's time for you to replenish before some sort of tower is created. It's card 16 here. So I feel like in order to avoid maybe a surprise, we need to replenish what we can now, because what happens when you drive a vehicle with no motor oil, right? You check the oil so everything runs, but when you run that oil dry, it starts to burn and then it starts to smell, giving you cautionary signs that something needs to be looked at. And what happens when you continue to still drive that? You're going to blow that motor, right? There's going to be a tower moment that happens. And when you blow that motor, it's going to affect another part and another piece. And this is the same for your body, your chakra system. So something needs to be replenished. They're showing me the Tin Man on Wizard of Oz when, Dorothy goes up and she starts putting oil on all the different parts of the Tin Man because it gets cold and he starts to dry up. Some of you need to be oiled at this time. And I feel that's going to be very important for you because get your running shoes on in a sense, or at least your creative expansion thinking cap, because things are going to take a really beautiful turn here for you. So you're going to want to reserve your energy. Let's take a look and see what this one means for you. Card 16. This is about nothing here. Okay, nothing's here. Wherever you're at, whether it's a job or relationships, it's not working in the way that you've been going about it. You could be diminishing yourself for another. The empty well reveals that there is nothing for you here. The well is dry and the desert is encroaching on your once fertile garden. It is time to face this harsh reality and move on. Give gratitude and thanks for the abundance you have experienced and let Spirit guide you to your next destination. This might mean saying goodbye to someone or something, or insisting on changing the rules of the game. Stop diminishing yourself for the sake of another. Making yourself small will not produce the results you want. There is a lack of reciprocity, of give and take. The empty well tells you that it's time to reclaim what is yours and return what does not belong to you. The shadows cast in your direction are not of your making. You do not need to react or respond to them, as they are not real. I want you to remember that. Those shadows are not real, okay? That's why they're called shadows. Simply shine your light upon them and see how it dispels them. These shadows are projections that you are confusing for reality. You may have been offered a shovel to help you dig yourself out of an uncomfortable situation, a bucket to drink from the well, but you cannot dig yourself out of this hole. And remember that there is no water to be found in that well. Receive the empty well as a gift. Do not exert your energy and waste your resources by repairing the walls or mending the rope. Follow the watercourse way, the aquifers that run deep in the earth, and you will be led to a new spring oasis. You can find these underground streams, these rich natural resources, in the subterranean depths of your own heart. Wow. Whew, that runs deep, literally. So yeah, for some of you, even though you have the leg up, that's what it says here. Even though you may be handed that bucket, you may be handed, a tool to help you, but ultimately something may have run dry. And that makes complete sense with the Empress, with the abundance, right? Receiving, filling up your cup again. Because sometimes when that Empress is low on that energy, she can neglect herself or neglect a situation, or even at times put things towards, put her energy towards the wrong things. But you're refueling your energy in a sense, and you are refilling your cup in a sense, and that's going to lead you to the highest energy of all with this Empress. You have the jeweled web, which is all about connectivity here. You're connecting to source. You're connecting to your tribe, your team. And if there is someone who thinks that there is an I in team, that's what you are letting go of. Because remember, there is no I in team. So for some of you, you're definitely coming back into your truth, your environment, something that feels safe, secure, the own depths of your heart here. Beautiful. And lastly, you have skywriting. This is all about the fates. Now, some of you may be 49, 32, or you're born on the 16th, but something is happening here for you, because when the fates card shows up, this reminds me of the Wheel of Fortune, right? Destiny and fate. There's a turning point in your life, Sagittarius, where you are being asked to break out of a cycle. And the fates are intervening here. Destiny, divine guidance of the Hierophant is intervening, so you don't have to repeat a pattern that maybe you've been repeating here for some time. And then lastly, of course, you do have the leg up. And like that card mentions, there is a new spring oasis. Some of you, this also could pertain to thawing out some emotions, thawing out the heart center. For others of you, I feel like this may even have to do with hydration. It can be water, drinking more water, because once this ice thaws out, it turns into water. For others of you, as you navigate through Scorpio season, if you live in the northern hemisphere, in certain areas, there could be snow. Maybe you're going into a sense of deep hibernation, and that may be why the soul tribe and teamwork is important, because even though you may be going into a hermit-like energy, you're still able to bring a sense of connectivity to the world around you and to what you do, who you are, and connecting to yourself through meditation, through divine guidance. So Sagittarius, that is what I have for you. I hope it resonates. If so, please feel free to hit that thumbs up button. It certainly does help get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most, and it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. All of your likes, shares, comments, super chats, personal readings. I'm just loving all of your energies. And I'm so grateful to be a part of this team with you. And if you're vibing with the channel and haven't already hit that subscribe and bell button, please do so. Thank you so very much, Sagittarius, for your time and love. Till next time.